everybody, welcome to the latest edition of Dizzo's Den. We are in the midst of NFL draft season. And if you're sitting there shaking your head saying, Dom, wait a minute, it's February 1st. How can we be 2.5 months away from the NFL draft and be in season? Well, it is, because the first college football all-star game just wrapped up this past weekend, the NFLPA game. This week, we have two. The East-West Shrine game going on in Las Vegas. That'll be played on Thursday night. And then the Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama on Saturday, the most prestigious of the all-star games. And for the third straight year, North Dakota State has a representative. Actually, they have two. Hunter Lipke was invited. He's unable to participate in the game because of the injury he suffered late in November. Hankinson's Cody Mauch is there, as the Bison have another offensive lineman at this game, marking the fourth going back to 2013. Billy Turner started that trend. It was eventually drafted by the Miami Dolphins. Joe Haig went in 2015. He was drafted by the Indianapolis Colts. Dylan Radins went just a couple of years ago. He was drafted in the second round by the Tennessee Titans. And now Mauch is there with all sorts of expectations around him, including being ranked by Daniel Jeremiah as top 50 NFL Network draft projections, which continue to see Mauch in the late first round to early second round, which give the Bison 3 consecutive years that have a second-round draft pick in the NFL. I had a chance to visit with Cody before he left for Alabama to get his thoughts about this week, expectations that are on his shoulders, what he expects will be in front of him in Mobile, and what the next step is after the Senior Bowl.
Tell me about what you've been doing at Rep 1, and I guess what the last 2 weeks have been like. It's been, I'm assuming, all training, not really a whole lot of football stuff, right?
Yeah, been a lot of training. A typical day is we'll do some speed work, getting ready for like combine stuff, 40, cone drills and whatnot. So that we'll do that. We'll do a lift, some kind of upper body or lower body lift, getting ready for, jumps and bench press, that kind of stuff. And then been able to work with Coach Paul Alexander for O-line training and Joe Staley, tackle for the Niners. So, two pretty knowledgeable guys. Been a real blessing learning from those guys. A lot of position work on the field, working pass pro stuff, and also just, what we've been doing in the classroom and the film room as well. Just the way that they kind of break down guys and watch film. Been, some of the best guys to learn it from.
What's the early feedback you got just on getting some new coaching? What have you got so far on that?
Just, the actual coaching isn't much different from what I got at North Dakota State. Maybe a couple things are a little bit different. I think just the difference is the way that they, break down film, the way that they break down a rusher is just a little bit different than what I've been used to. It's a lot more in depth. And just kind of starting to learn schemes and stuff for the next level. So it's been good.
Have you been still have been taking phone calls from have you been getting set up interviews or nothing like that yet?
Starting to set up interviews now for the Senior Bowl. Yeah, we're a couple days away now, so starting to get some interviews lined up.
How excited are you for this upcoming? And we talked about it obviously when you got the invite, but now it's real. Like, you're leaving in a couple days to get down there.
Yeah, I'm really excited. This is what, this moment, I guess, is, not only what the last 2 or 3 weeks have been of training, but it's been kind of what my whole career has been getting ready for, is like this opportunity. So I'm really excited. It's going to be fun. Going to be a lot of good players there. Going to be long days, interviews, meetings, practice, that kind of stuff. But I'm really looking forward to it. I'm just looking forward to, it's only been 2 or 3 weeks, but I'm looking forward to playing football again.
This, the last 2 years, Bison has been the practice player of the week down there. Dylan did it a couple years ago, Christian last year. I don't know if that puts pressure on your shoulders, but what is that, knowing you got that going in already over the last 2 years?
Yeah, I think it just shows that, we've had guys go there, play incredibly well, improve their draft stock, and show that it can be done. I'd be lying if I said that wasn't one of my goals. I want to go down there and show that I'm one of the best to do it in the entire country. So that's absolutely something I'm shooting for.
Is there a guy you're looking forward to going up against, and that's been invited from the defense? All right, I'm really looking forward to getting a chance to go at him in practice.
I don't know if there's anyone in particular. We've been breaking down a lot of the pass rushers, both the edge rushers and the interior guys, because I've been playing some guard too. So it's just been watching a lot of different film, a lot of different SEC, Big 10, Big 12, that type of film. So there's gonna be some good pass rushers down there. I'm just excited for the competition. I'm just kind of pumped to get after it.
Seems like it's come a little way far away from playing like a Richland or something, right? That now you're going up against a guy from Alabama or Michigan or something like that, huh?
God, I don't. Hey, I'm buddies with some of them Richland guys. I think they stack up pretty well versus them Bama guys. But yeah, that's it's kind of crazy to look back. Let's say 7 years ago, back in high school. It's kind of a whole different world of where I expected I'd be.
Are your family able to come down, or are you expecting anybody to come down, or not so much?
I'll have some people at the game. Yeah, I think my family's coming down. There'll be a fair amount of the Mauch crew down there, I think.
What are you looking forward to? You mentioned on the field. Is there anything like off the field, just sitting with teams? I mean, I know you've been drilling that too. What are you excited about or looking forward to of that process?
I'm honestly excited for the whole interview process. We just got back to the apartment right now. We just got done with a big, interview in front of 20 people, just kind of getting ready for that, throwing questions at you. So I'm excited for that. I think that's something that I can do well, can kind of show them my knowledge for football, kind of my upbringing, handle the under pressure interview situations. I'm actually looking forward to that. I think it's going to be fun, going to be a different environment, but it'll be enjoyable, I think.
It's so different now, Cody, like from when Carson and Joe Haig went there, that NDSU is a known commodity now. How much do you feel like that's in your back pocket, that people know the Bison, they know the kind of football that's played up here?
Well, it definitely helps. It's like you said, looking at, the success that we've had at it, like the NDSU guys have had at the Senior Bowl, it shows, I don't think it's as much anymore of the thought process that, I'm a small school guy, I got to go prove myself. We're North Dakota State. We've had a lot of success. Guys are having success in the league right now. We can do it. So it's already been proven that, it can be done. But now it's just kind of for myself going out to prove that, I can do it. No matter where I'm at, what school I went to, I just proven that I can do it.
You preparing to do both tackle and guard this coming week?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm expecting to play, I think, all four positions. And I've been snapping the ball, too, in case they throw me in at center. You never know. So kind of getting ready to do it all. Maybe they'll throw me out and do some tight end. I wouldn't mind that.
It's been a little bit since you caught the ball, but you tell them you got hands, man, right?
Hey, that's still my strong suit, I think.
Well, Cordell I talked with him last year at the same time, and hey, I can play. Even to snap the ball, I can do that. How much do you think flexibility? You've done that. You've played different spots. Can really help now for what's to come.
Yeah, I think it definitely helps. Whether or not, one team might be looking at you as a tackle. One team might be looking at you as a right guard. Like, teams could be seeing you all over the place. So even just, saying and showing that you can play center, you can play all five positions. Like, the best ability is availability, in my opinion. So the more that you can do, the more beneficial, the more helpful you are to an organization.
I know I haven't chatted since you got the invite to the combine. Tell me about that, about getting that, knowing that's the next on the checklist. That's another biggie that's coming up.
Yeah, that's definitely a biggie. I don't know. It's weird how they send the invites out, because it's almost like you're checking your junk folder for it. And it's not even from like you don't even recognize the names that it's from. It's like, oh, NFL scouting combine in like the subject line. It's like, you got to do some hard looking in there to know what it is. And I clicked on it. I took a screenshot, sent it to my agent. I'm like, is this what I think it is? Like, I don't know if there's someone pranking me or something, but I'm excited to train for that as well. It'll be nice to go to the Senior Bowl, come back, train for a couple more weeks, then go to the combine, have that, just the opportunity to go showcase, my intangible type stuff, but also another couple days of interviews that are so important, to just more exposure to teams. So, that as well. Like, I'm grateful for that opportunity.
Is there a drill you're looking forward to doing at the combine? Is there one you're really excited about?
I don't know. We've been with Staley. We've been kind of going over like some of the drills that we've been would do with the offense, and so kind of starting to get used to those. But I don't know. Maybe I'm not really looking forward to anything in particular. Just kind of the whole experience.
Come on, the 40 man. We got to see those locks running down there, right?
I think I'll have to take my hair out, let it flow for that one. Might slow me down a bit.
So I chatted with Cordell a few days ago after they won in Buffalo, and he mentioned you guys still chat a couple times a week. Tell me what how important that's been for you to be able to still communicate, see what he's doing, and now you're about to do the same thing that he just did this time last year.
Yeah, it's been so helpful. Honestly, you know, since we'll say a year from now, being able to talk to him while he was training, kind of what he's going through, knowing that, I'm potentially going to be going through that next year. And then throughout the summer when I'm trying to decide on an agent, like that whole process. And then during the season, just kind of talking ball and catching up, see how it's going for him, how it's going for me. And now up to this point too, like we've had really good communication with each other. I've been really, thankful for him. Just, man, it's not even talking, ball sometimes. It's literally just catching up and just talking to a friend, So it's been nice to keep in touch with him and just kind of how he's helped me along the way.
Outrageous. He's a win away from getting to play in the Super Bowl.
That's what we were just texting, I think, yesterday. I'm like, well, how you doing? He's like, I mean, we're playing for a Super Bowl right now. Can't get a whole lot better than that. So true. Like I'm excited to hopefully be able to watch that game. And yeah, he's had a really good year.
You and I have talked about it. I talked about it with him as well, to have two guys from 9-man towns that are going to be drafted in the NFL. I mean, just what does that mean to you? I know how prideful you are of Hankinson to have that up there with Balfour and Hankinson, have 9-man North Dakota NFL draft guys. I mean, when I say that, what goes through your mind?
Yeah, it's incredible. It's wild to think about. Even just having the chance to go play Division I football at North Dakota State was, that doesn't happen too often for 9-man guys. So that opportunity alone, but then, kind of the process that you went about at school for the 5-6 years, grinding and whatnot. Now to get to this point, like, I guess it just shows that it can be done. Cordell proved that. There's been guys in the past who have proved that, and I'm just hoping to prove the same thing, but really, really cool for all the small towns. It's not even just Hankinson. It's kind of all small towns. I hope they all kind of take pride in what Cordell's been able to do, what, I'm hopefully able to do as well. I just hope everyone takes pride in that.
I know you were at his draft party. He told me he's planning on coming to yours. How cool would that be to be having him be there with you?
Yeah, that would be really cool. I remember back at his was awesome. Out in their shop, little potluck. We got food like his was a great time. I'm just hoping I can match it and show him as good a time as he showed me.
Now, do you get like free candy this week? Have they told you? You get what kind of gift bag you get? Anything like that?
I'm hoping there's going to be a bunch of Reese's. You got to imagine there's going to be down there. That's what some of the guys, there's former players who are kind of going through the Rep 1 office down here, and they say, oh yeah, they're like, they got there's Reese's all over the place. So it's like, you have to be smart about that. You can't just be chowing down on those all day.
The interesting part, I know you got to go, just that it's like Tuesday through Thursday. That's the work. Like the game isn't nearly as important as how much have they stressed that to you? That the game is like secondary.
Yeah, that's been one of the big focal points they've talked about. They're like, teams are going to get there, and from Monday to Thursday, Friday, and people leave like the GMs, the coaches, like people don't even go to the game. Like it's all about what you can do at those 3 practices during the week, and then it's also about the interviews, like that whole process. So it's kind of weird, that you got family coming down for the game. People make a stink about the game, but really the people who you're trying to impress don't even care about the game. It's all about practice.
What helmet you have? Just are you wearing the green helmet, the yellow helmet? What do you got for just so people know we're looking for you for practice and stuff?
I think it's the green helmet. I haven't seen yet, but I'm assuming it'll be the green helmet.
Okay. Just to have this, and I know we talked about it when you got invited, to keep this streak alive, and I know you wish Hunter was out there with you to have NDSU represented down there. How much of a sense of pride is this that you're keeping the streak alive at the Senior Bowl?
Yeah, it means a lot to me. Even just when I was a young guy, like seeing guys like DeLuca like that, like go and get an opportunity, like I never really thought it would be me, but now that I'm here, it means a lot to me because just to keep that kind of tradition going, and young guys can see that in our program and be like, oh, yeah, that can be me. Like, there's no reason it can't be. If you look at me when I was a freshman, I'd have been the last guy you would have thought to be in this situation. So anyone in our program, has the opportunity to do this kind of stuff. So it means a lot to me to be able to kind of carry that torch.
Appreciate Cody Mauch and his time. Full coverage is available at Inforum.com. Eric Peterson and myself knocking out stories this entire week on the Senior Bowl. You'll also see video of Cody during his workouts. The Senior Bowl practices are televised on the NFL Network and on ESPN, and we'll have full coverage both on WDAY, at Inforum.com, and at Hot Mic every day leading up to the game coming up on Saturday. Thanks so much for listening to Dizzo's Den, the podcast. We'll see everybody next time.